again, everybody. Guess where I'm at? I'm back out here in the old tiny house, and I finally got some materials to work with. So we are going to do a little bit of work on the tiny house today. As you can see, the house is severely lacking in floor covering because this is the subfloor, and we have here some wood floor. Now this is Pergo floor. It's a pretty good floor. It's actually an expensive type of floor, but I didn't pay the expensive prices for it. Now you can see what the floor looks like. This stuff is normally about right about $3 per square foot. High to something per square foot anyway. And I got it on sale because this apparently has been discontinued. This color, style, whatever, has been discontinued. So they had it marked way down. I talked to the guy at Lowe's, and these were all the boxes that they had. This ordinarily was almost $3 a square foot. It was 68 cents per square foot. Alright, like I said, right there is the information on it. This tag may be a little better. Chocolate oak. And there's the number and all that. But this stuff I am going to put down in here. Now first off, there seems to be an abundance of dirt, dust, sawdust, and furniture in the way. So first thing I'm going to do, we're going to move everything out of the way, and we're going to sweep the floor and clean it really, really good. And I guess we'll put a floor in. Okay, so first off, of course, we got to get the chair out of the way. You can see right here, I've got little blocks of wood screwed into the wall. There's going to be a piece of trim go around the bottom. I'll probably use pallet wood just to go with the kind of cabin theme. But the reason I have this, you have to have a 3/8 inch gap between the edge of your wood floor and your wall. Shit. But it'll be okay. That's against the wall, it'll actually get covered. think that will work pretty good. And I'm going all the way back into the kitchen with it. It does, it looks good. It is going to be a little dark in here, but actually I want the living room a little dark anyway, because we like to watch our movies and stuff and darken it all up. Anyway. Yeah. Gotta go all the way across there. Of course, we got the back wall that I haven't touched with the torch, and I'm thinking of leaving it like that because I think I kind of like the contrast between the dark wall and then the light wall there. I think it looks okay. Myself, anyway. But, yeah, we will just continue across and see if we can't get the whole floor covered. Well, alright. We have a floor now. I did have a time-lapse going, and it ran my battery down. Didn't really notice, so I just kept working. And now, well, we've got a floor. And it didn't get filmed, but I'll walk you around it and show you what it looks like. I love the look of the floor. The dark contrast with the kitchen, the light color of the kitchen, and the dark trim, the lighter walls. I kind of like that. I think it looks decent. Going around the fireplace, all the way over to there, to that other wall. I let my elevator back down. Yeah, I think it turned out okay. And I had this other kind of laminate flooring to kind of make a threshold. I think it works. Actually, the door itself, I kind of wanted a different transition right there. But also, the door itself, the adjustment on the bottom for the rubber piece doesn't go up high enough. I guess it bottoms out. The door part actually bottoms out in it. So it doesn't quite go up high enough to seal against the oak, the brown floor. But that one is a little thinner, so it worked out pretty good. And it closes and opens and all that. Now where I cut, you can see the skill saw kind of chipped some of it out. I'm just going to take some stain and put it in the little chipped out spots. I'm sure I'll have a lot of those through just living up here. And, you know, people scooting their shoes on it and stuff and whatever. I mean, I know it's supposed to be tough, but you're going to get little scratches. So I'm just going to get some walnut or some real dark oak stain or whatever kind looks like it will go with that good. So I'm going to get some of that to fill in all my little scratches. Part of it, I mean, the uneven cuts and stuff, I know, but there's going to be a little piece of trim around there and under there. all the way around there. You can see a couple of chips over there. All in all, though, I don't think it turned out too bad. This part right here was the hardest, and I'm not done. I had to leave a gap because you need to leave a little bit of room. Most places it can just slide under the edge of the wall, and it's fine. But here, I had to leave room where it wouldn't hit the rocks whenever, you know, you have expansion and contraction when the floor gets warm or cold. So it's going to move a little bit. That's why they recommend that you leave 3/8 inch gap. In places it's a little more than 3/8. But what I figured I would do, I'm going to get some of that expanding foam, the spray foam, and I'm going to foam around all of the rocks. I left that open. I think that was just too small of a piece to have to cut out. I just foam all the way over. And just fill all this in with foam. And then I'm going to take, you know, I'll go all the way around to there. And then I'm going to take some gray paint. It's about the same color as my clay. And I'm going to paint the foam with the gray paint. And that should look like mortar that's coming out on the edge. And it will be flexible so that it will allow the floating floor to float. Because it's supposed to float, of course. And you know there's going to be trim. And it kind of goes under the step a little. Enough that when I put the end of the step on, it's going to be covered. And the trim around there. You can see the edges of some of the boards around the wall. But, see, the board is sticking under there. But it's fine because it's going to get a piece of trim around all the way. And this, I still have to take my little blocks out that I screwed to the wall. Because I'm going to put trim up there too. That's my biggest gap. But I wanted to leave enough room that it can expand and contract. I don't want my floor bowing because it can push up and it can bow in the middle if you don't allow room for expansion. So I tried to allow room for it everywhere. I think it will work. I guess only time will tell. But I do like the new floor. I think it looks decent. It turned out pretty good. Now you can see, I said there's one little problem with it, and you can kind of see it a little dust. We'll have to get a Swiffer or something. I do have the little robot vacuum, and I'll just let him run around and do his thing. But we got our floor plug back in, so that works. I guess it can clean right over top of that probably. But yeah, that will be the one little problem with it is every little bit. See, right over here, there's a little speck right there, and it kind of like jumps out at you. A little bitty speck. Now, this little speck right here, if this little speck, well, that's dirty anyway, but if this little speck were on here, oh, you can kind of see it, but it doesn't really like jump out at you. On this floor, it does. Anyway, that's about the adventure for today. Because these floors, they snap together pretty easy, but it's when you get into the intricate little cuts, like going around the fireplace and stuff like that. That's when it gets kind of fun to deal with. But we got it going. Anyway, I believe I'm going to call it a day and go in and enjoy the rest of the evening. I appreciate everybody watching, and I'll see y'all on the next one.